Welcome back to another episode of Select Start. I'm Jay.
And I'm Dio, and we are finally getting around to finishing our King's Quest playthrough. It is Chapter 5, The Good Knight. And we've been putting this off for so long for several reasons. I mean, one, we had a bunch of good games that we were playing. We had Zelda come out, we were playing, of course, some Mario Kart recently.
I want to play some more.
But more importantly than that, I'll be honest, I started the chapter at home, and I just didn't want the story to end, because it was getting to a really sad point.
That title, The Good Knight, sounds like good night for good.
I mean, look at what the game's been building up to, right?
Yeah.
For a quest to be remembered by, one final adventure for future generations to share. Surely, my dear friend, you can relate to that. Oh, hello.
Like, look at that. Just starting the chapter off, he's talking to the mirror, begging for one last adventure before he dies. Like, that's sad.
Where did your friend go?
He just wants to get out of his room. That's what I think.
There's no one there.
Not to worry, he'll be back. Always bouncing in and out, that one, like a slingshot.
Grandpa, we need to talk.
You know what? I'm really hoping that when he says something like, my quote-unquote invisible friend just disappeared and he missed them, really is his last adventure. I hope that's the case, because I don't want him to, like, die a senile old man.
Seriously.
Graham's such a beloved character, and it dates back to our childhoods when we were playing the first few games.
It's addendum 48677.
I'm so sorry. I should have told you when I had the chance.
I'm just not ready for you to go.
Neither am I, King Graham. Don't leave us.
Listen to me. I'm leaving. Not the mirror promised me one final adventure.
Doesn't seem that way.
The doctors, they said...
Has the magic mirror led us astray before? I'll be here for one more adventure, no matter what any doctor says.
Death is the grandest adventure.
This adventure taking place.
I'm sorry, I have to go to the gallows humor, because otherwise it's too sad.
It's going to be grand. One for the tapestry.
It's funny how you can't read the subtitles when one's going through his beard.
Yeah, a little bit of awkwardness there with the white on white.
Bed.
Oh, I can get out of bed all right, just saving up my strength.
I need to know why.
Why? I thought it would be nice to have an adventure outside these walls with the whole family.
No, not that. I need to know why the doctors can't fix you.
Jesus! This game got dark. Like, I couldn't play this chapter at home by myself. I needed the emotional support.
A few more stories I have yet to share. As long as I can remember, adventure always had a way of finding me. But as I grew older, I had to find adventure for myself.
Sweetheart, are you sure you need to go out questing for trouble at our ripe old age?
Darling, this old habit may tatter, but it's not ready to be hung up yet.
I know. As long as you're living, you'll be working to make Daventry perfect. But what's the point of working so hard if we never can enjoy it? We still haven't watched a single sunset from the rose garden.
There's still so much to do, love. I need to stay sharp. I just don't want my legacy to fizzle out like King Edward's.
Do what you like.
Wow. Call back to King Edward's.
Seriously.
I probably should have stayed back and watched that sunset, but I had adventure on my mind. Perhaps there was another lost treasure to recover, or a unicorn to be rescued.
No, the treasure's your family.
I was lucky.
The treasure's your family. That's the grandest adventure. You wanted to live a life without regrets, and yet that's all you'll have left. But I love this game, man. And since we're here, I'm going to bring up one topic. And that is the fact that recently there was an article, I'm not sure if you heard about this, where a guy was debating whether or not games are better without story. And before you say that's crazy, think of it this way.
You deserve a chance to celebrate.
After we talk to our wife, but... Okay, so think of it this way. Gameplay mechanically now, King's Quest, this game, the Telltale series, and a lot of games are very basic. It's quick time events, puzzle solving, right?
Got it.
Other games like Super Mario Brothers are way more about the gameplay mechanics.
Yeah.
In the same way that, let's say, Breath of the Wild is now. Where it's open, it's about how you play the game more so than the story. But there is definitely an argument to be made that those games, the more skill-based ones, are the better games, like mechanically to play. They're the more rewarding, playing a good platformer.
Yeah.
What the argument that he's saying is that games, since they're not as, how should I say, narratively focused as movies or TV shows, that they're able to, they should focus more on making more amazing platformers / skill-based games and leave the storytelling to movies and TV shows. So to a certain degree, I agree what he's saying as far as mechanics gameplay-wise. Where I disagree with him, though, is the fact that this game wouldn't be what it is without its story.
To me, it sounds like, if you say an action movie without story, what makes a better action movie? Just the action, no story.
So, true. But there's also the idea of, what was I going to say? The idea of, if you didn't have, let's say, a manual. If you didn't have a manual, if you had just been given Super Mario Brothers without being told anything, and just like sat in front of a TV and pressed start, you'd have more fun playing Mario.
Yeah.
So that's what he's trying to get a point of across. Like, the story doesn't need to be there necessarily. We're putting a little too much emphasis on story and not enough on the gameplay, I think, is the writer's argument. But, like I said, with certain games like this, is all about story. But I think story is a necessary element in improving the medium. Because, like I said, you could play Mario Brothers, right, without any kind of manual, without any kind of story being given to you, and still enjoy the game. But just the fact that you do actually have a manual, and even if it's just that one paragraph, which is what it was back in the day, saying, by the way, this is the princess, she's your girlfriend, she was kidnapped, you're a plumber, makes the game more than the sum of its parts, if that makes sense.
That copper bell.
It adds something to it. It makes
Hold on, Grandpa.
you more invested in the world.
It wasn't a bell.
Oh? What was it?
But this game is nothing but story.
It was a horn, Grandpa. The bridge trolls used horns.
Oh, that's right.
See, so it's testing you how much you've been paying attention, but it's also showing that Grandpa has Alzheimer's. And it's not quite as fun, bro. It's horrible to see and start to come to that realization.
Impeded my path forward. A mere brain teaser to get my logic wheels spinning.
So it's a fire. I'm trying to remember how this puzzle goes.
Wish Ophi would stay put. This meeting is already way over schedule. I'm starting to question his commitment to our guild.
As long as he knows the password, we have to let him in.
After Alexander returned, he sealed up the goblin holes.
He needs to work on his time management skills.
But
Pilar,
walking simulators, it's all about story. Without the right story, you're not able to get the same value.
where does he keep disappearing?
Years ago,
Like,
serves me
the stories are sounding confusing.
design that old meeting space into a
Sandbox for the children, commemorative fountain. What did we build?
I think it was a sandbox for children. I don't remember.
Commemorative fountain. Or Bridge Troll Memorial.
Yeah, Bridge Stroll Memorial.
Yeah, let's do that.
a memorial honoring Pilar and Mr. Watts.
They deserve it. They were fun characters. Show respect to all the cultures. I want this place to be inclusive.
Transferred to New York in the summer of 1679. And she was annoyed to find out there was, in fact, no Bridge Troll Guild in existence there. Hungry, poor, she discovered a new cause to rally behind. She founded the first charity whose mission was to feed the trolls.
Feed the trolls, get it?
Yeah.
Puns. The humor in this game.
Retired when I took the throne. He stayed local, though, and created most of the art and tapestries that you see on the castle walls. It finally became the drawbridge that he always dreamed of.
Oh, puns. I love it. I love it. But that's not the answer to the riddle. I just remembered what it was.
What was it?
Because this is, narrative-wise, this was brilliant. Narrative-wise, this section is showing you that Graham is having trouble remembering things right.
And you're making him crazy.
You're making mistakes, that's it. And
Those steps being a lot lower.
and she starts, like, correcting you, like saying, Grandpa, are you sure? Like, just like it was with the bell and the trumpet.
Yeah.
It's like showing that Grandpa's not all there anymore. He's starting to lose it due to old age. And it's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Shit. How do I change it now? I think I have to come back at another time. Or like start like a loading screen. Because the children's playground, I remember you get a bucket.
Okay.
And then you take that bucket to the actual thing, the memorial fountain, and you fill it with water. So I'm gonna see if I could like change what it actually turned into now, because I don't think that was right. I'm starting to have like a memory of how far I got into this game. Come on.
Am I remembering this right? We redesigned the space into a
Sandbox for the children.
sandbox that all the children of Daventry could enjoy.
Hey, how come I never got to play in that sandbox?
Your father was always matters. A randomly placed item to add to my inventory. My adventure was already off to a great start.
I love it. See, I don't know if I have to like walk back into. There we go.
We designed the space into a commemorative fountain honoring every guard who ever served the kingdom of Daventry. The fountain was meant for every guard who served Daventry, but I couldn't help shedding a tear from
You will be missed, Larry.
Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods.
Miss you, Larry. You're my boy, Blue. Gave your life trying to save my son. And now that I got a bucket full of water, I could put out that fire. Like, you see, it forces you to realize that he like changes his mind on what was there.
It's Alzheimer's that's talking.
It forces you in order to solve the puzzle properly.
It's a disease.
Isn't that messed up?
Yeah, it is.
Like, so it forces you to make that emotional connect.
Forces you to feel bad.
Was extinguished, my journey continued. Ah, that's better. Thanks, King Goosey. You're very welcome, friend.
Wait, what's going on? Where's Ulfie?
What do you mean, sweetheart? He's right there. Ulfie, a magical talking bridge.
What?
Oh, hold on.
See, so it makes you question also, like, how much of his story is actually real and how much he made up.
A bridge with a...
How much of it is a fairy tale versus what's real.
Oh, sorry, I mean a troll with a bridge on his back.
Correct.
How did your back catch on fire?
Oh, I'm not sure. Ulfie was taking a nap and then became very itchy. Probably just another heat rash.
A cool bath with 2 cups of oatmeal should clear that up. It's wonders for me.
Yeah, your skin does look fantastic for 86.
Well, that's a shame. 77.
My apologies, King. At 386, Ulfie's memory isn't what it used to be.
I know. You told me that yesterday.
Oh, I did, didn't I? Can you believe how old we've grown?
It seems like only yesterday we were dancing the dance of the official Bridge Troll Guild. And all the paths through Daventry were wide open. I just hope I chose the right direction. Because my journey...
Ah, I love this narrative. So nice.
No. I hope that's not why you squeezed into your adventuring gear. It's been Ulfie's pleasure to watch your little bridge take root and blossom into King Graham the Compassionate. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, if you enjoyed my earlier accomplishments, wait until you see the greatness my next adventure will bring.
And I think that's a perfect place to end this episode. What do you think, Jay?
Yeah, it's perfect. Let's see what the man has to say.
That's excellent. So we'll see you guys next time on Select Start when apparently we're going to go into town.
Ingredients.